as you can see, I have added in a little bit more detail into my drawing. I have remembered to include my tree because the leaf must have fallen from a tree. And here I've got some more smaller ladybirds and some leaves. Now I'm sure that some of you will have drawn some lovely butterflies, some clouds in the sky, lots of other things that you could have included in your picture as well. Okay, so we're going to move on to our sentences now. Now remember, I asked you to have a little look at the pictures and the video all about the life cycle of a ladybird. Did you have a little chance to look at that? If not, pause this video just now and go and have a little look, because that's going to help you to come up with your sentences. Okay? So, the first sentence that we are going to do, because if you remember, we are writing about an animal fact file, so we're writing about all the facts of a ladybird. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to tell everybody what we are writing about. Okay, so can you have a wee think of a sentence about what we are writing about? Pause the video and have a wee think. Okay, so yeah, you're absolutely right. We need to write a sentence saying this is a ladybird. This is a ladybird. How many words have we got in there? 4. This is a ladybird. Starting with our first word, this, finger space, is, finger space, a, finger space, ladybird. Okay, let's start with our first word, this. Now remembering we need to Fred talk it. This, this, is, this, is. 3 sounds. Remembering that our sentence always starts with a capital letter. Okay, so a capital T. We spoke about this, a capital T, the last time we were doing our writing, but if you can't remember, it's just a line and a hat. Okay, this. So remembering a is made up with a T and a H. Okay, so down the horse's head, all the way to his feet, up and over his back. And because they're special friends, I'm going to remember to put my, I'm going to remember to put a line underneath. This. Down the insect's body and a drop through his head. Slither down the snake. This. And then we need to remember our finger space. So I've got my little spaceman here to help me. Now, I'm sure you don't have a spaceman in the house with you, but that's okay. You could find something round about your house that you could use to help you. You might want to use a pen, or you might want to have something. You might have a lollipop stick in the house actually. You could just use a lollipop stick, okay, to help you if you feel like you need to remember to do that with your if you need to remember your finger spaces. So this, remembering my finger space, and my next word was this is. So an I and a s. This is. Then we need a finger space, you're right. This is a. And then we need another finger space. Now this is a tricky word, ladybird. Okay, so I can hear 2 words in the word ladybird. Lady, bird. Okay, so even though it's all one word, I can hear 2 words in that. So I'm going to break down the word to help me to spell it. So the first word is lady. Let's hear what sounds we can hear. L, A, D, A. L, A, D, A. Lady. Lady. Okay, so remembering my finger space, and the first sound I hear is L. Down the long leg. L, A, D. A. So I'm making my A sound, which is an A and a Y together. Remember, if you're not sure what an A sound is, then just ask an adult to write this sound in for you. Lady. A, lady. D, A. D goes round the dinosaur's bottom, up his big long neck, and down to his feet. Okay, and I need another A sound in there. This is a lady bird. Bird. B-E-R-D. Bird. Bird. B-E-R-D. So down the laces to the heel, up and over the toe. Bird. B, and we need another E. Down the robot's body, up and over his arm, and a D. Now that is the end of a sentence. Can you remember what goes at the end of a sentence? That's right, a full stop. This is a ladybird. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to write about, or that we're going to tell people about, is what's going on in this picture. So this ladybird has just laid an egg. Okay, so my next sentence is a ladybird lays an egg. A ladybird lays an egg. How many words? A ladybird lays an egg. 5 words. And our first word is a, finger space, ladybird, finger space, lays, finger space, a, finger space, egg. And then remembering our full stop at the end. Okay, so a, our first word is a. Okay, so I definitely don't have enough room to write an a here, so I'm going to write it down here instead. Okay, a. Now we've already learned how to write a capital A, so remembering that we'll go all the way up to the top of the line and then all the way back down to the bottom. So it's like a triangle without a bottom, and then we put a little belt round the middle of it. Okay, so a, and then we need a finger space. And then we're going to write ladybird again. Now we've already written the ladybird there, so I'm not going to sound out again, I'm just going to copy it from here. Okay, so remembering my finger space. O, A, remembering to underline my special friends. Lady. Lady bird. B, E, R, D. A ladybird, and then I need another finger space. A ladybird lays. O, A, S. O, A, S. Lace. So that's 3 sounds I hear. So my finger space. O, A, S. Lace. A ladybird lays. And we need a finger space. An egg. Now I don't have enough room to write egg in here, so I'm going to go down here. Egg. Egg. Now, this is another one of our special friends that you might remember from some of our words. Because it's got a g at the end, we put 2 of them. Okay, so egg. Egg. So we've got 2 g's. Because with a g, if we've got a g at the end of a word, we normally put 2. A ladybird lays an egg. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, you can go ahead and make that sentence even longer by telling me where the ladybird lays an egg. So you could, as a challenge, write a ladybird lays an egg on a leaf. So you could include 3 extra words, and that means that you've challenged yourself by including a joining word in there as well. Okay, you're giving me lots of extra information. So a ladybird lays an egg. Okay, and then we need to remember our full stop at the end of a sentence. Okay, the next thing that I want to do is find out where the ladybird lives. Now I think that the ladybird lives in this tree that I have drawn in my picture. Okay, so a ladybird lives in a tree. A ladybird lives in a tree. 6 words here. A, finger space, ladybird, finger space, lives, finger space, in, finger space, a, finger space, tree. Okay, so here we've got our capital A again. A, remembering our finger space, then we've got the word ladybird again, which is up here. So I'm not going to sound it out, I'm going to copy what I've already done because I don't want to give myself extra work. But I am going to remember to underline my special friends. Lady bird. Okay, then we need to remember our finger space. Lives. 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 Okay, so I've got 4 sounds. Lives. Lives. Okay, then we need a finger space. I don't have enough room to write my next word in here, so I'm going to go ahead and go down to the next line. A ladybird lives in. In. Remembering to use your thread fingers. In. Then we need a finger space. You're right, well done, well remembered. A, finger space, tree, tree, T-R-E, tree. Remembering my finger space, T-R-E. Now I'm going to underline my special friends there. Have I remembered everything? You're right, I forgot my full stop. So I'm going to put my full stop in there. I'm just going to check over what I have written just to make sure that I've not made any mistakes. Okay? This, finger space, is a ladybird. Now, by making sure that you thread top all of the words that you've got here, you'll be able to work out if you've made a mistake or not. Checking that I've got my capital letter at the start, yep, and my full stop at the end, yes, excellent. I know that my first sentence makes sense and that I've sounded out properly. A ladybird lays an egg. I've got my capital letter, I've got my full stop, and I've got all my finger spaces in between my words. A ladybird lives in a tree. Now, you could challenge yourself again by telling me where else a ladybird lives. Okay, a ladybird also lives in bushes. So you could make your sentence bigger. You can use a joining word like and. A ladybird lives in a tree and in a bush. Okay, so if you want to challenge yourself, make your sentence a bit longer, then you can do that. And if you don't want to stop there, you could also write me a sentence and tell me what a ladybird eats. Have you managed to find that out? I'm looking forward to reading your writing where you're going to tell me all of this information. Okay, if you've got any questions, remember just send me a message on Google Classrooms. I hope that that's been helpful. Remember, it's really important that you use your thread fingers to sound out all of your words. Okay, and if it's not spelled correctly, don't worry because it's not a spelling test. What we're practicing just now is writing a sentence that makes sense and making sure that we have checked it all over. I'm really looking forward to reading them.